Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Kayla Dolores and you're tuned in to Kayla Dolores TV. So you all, I wanted to create this video because I really don't see a lot of content about this topic, especially when it comes to melanated brides as well. So I wanted to talk about the wedding planning process, especially with it being a destination wedding, how I started planning, why we chose the destination wedding, where I am right now in my planning process. So if this is something, and I just really want to help, you know, the soon-to-be brides or anyone that's thinking about having a destination wedding, just all the things. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. I have some notes on my phone that we're going to go through. So if you feel like this is something that you're interested in, if you know someone's planning a wedding or wanted to plan one soon, keep watching. So the first thing we should go, I guess I'll give you all a really quick background just in case you don't know who I am. But I'm Kayla Dolores and I am engaged. I met my fiance at school. We both attended Florida A&M University. Go Rattlers. We were dating 4 years. Oh lordy. Yeah, 4 years when he proposed. So yeah, we are planning our wedding. We're here locally in Orlando, Florida, and yeah, that's us. Oh, and you'll see why we wanted to do a destination wedding. So let's go into that. Out of, you know, why did we choose a destination wedding? One reason is we absolutely love to travel. Since me and my fiance have been together, we have traveled to about 7 countries. So one of my favorite countries actually is Aruba. We've been to Mexico, we've been to El Salvador, Costa Rica, Bahamas, Jamaica. I know I'm leaving some out, but I can't think. But anywho, we absolutely love traveling. That's Puerto Rico. We've been to Puerto Rico. We've been to a lot of places. I have vlogs on it as well. We absolutely love to travel the world, and that's something we wanted to do with our family. Wanted to bring our family together and experience something that we truly enjoy doing. Now, as far as the destination, we'll actually get into that. So I kind of have a list, so I want to go in order. So I said, why did we choose a destination wedding? I did tell you that. I guess I can tell you the location. We are having our destination wedding in Cancun, Mexico. So we'll be being in Mexico. We've been to Tulum. We've been to Cozumel. So this will be our first time in Cancun. But we have flown into Cancun and we stayed there briefly before we went to Tulum. So we are familiar with the area. Now let's get into what I've done so far. So we got engaged July 15, 2023. Once we got engaged, I did start looking for a wedding planner. I truly knew that even though I'm having a destination wedding, I wanted a stateside wedding planner to really help me with navigating what I'm doing here in States for everything that is gonna be done in Mexico. So I did get a stateside wedding planner who also serves as our travel agent. So she is helping me plan the wedding, but she also is doing the most important thing is with the booking and doing all of the travel with our guests. So it's like a 2-in-1, which is absolutely perfect for me. And if you want information about our wedding planner, I can definitely give that to you. I don't want to just, you know, give her information out because, you know, she didn't necessarily approve that. But if you are looking for a stateside planner for a destination wedding, just shoot me a message on Instagram. I actually found her from another destination bride. So, you know, she helped her and she had such an amazing experience with her and had a beautiful wedding as well. So I reached out to her and that's how I got my and that's how she started working for us. So I will definitely love to give you her information. She's been a gem so far. She's helped us so much. So yeah, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll give you her contact if you're interested. So yes, so once we got engaged July 15th, we booked our wedding planner. I guess you could say I was on the money, because then I booked our wedding planner on August 1st, 2023. Me and my fiance, we had a conversation with her, kind of told her what we were expecting. We had a call with her. We just talked to her, and we really loved her service, so we went with her and signed the contract on August 1st, 2023. Now, after we signed the contract with her, the first thing that was in order of business was securing a date for our wedding. Like, what date? If we don't have a date, we can't really plan much, because, you know, we don't have a date. So the first thing that we did, we knew that we wanted to have a destination wedding. We wasn't 100% sure of where we wanted to go at the time. So some of the places that we were looking at was Mexico, Jamaica, Aruba, because like I said, Aruba was one of our favorite locations where we traveled. And we were even looking into Haiti. My fiance is Haitian, so we were looking into Haiti as well. So Haiti, Aruba, Jamaica, and Mexico were the 4 places we were looking into. After kind of talking to our wedding planner and looking at a lot of different reviews and doing our research on social media, we did end up going with Cancun, Mexico. So one reason we chose Cancun, Mexico is a lot of our family is in South Florida, so, and we're in Central Florida. It's very quick to get to Cancun. It's literally like a 2-hour flight, if that. So we knew that traveling to Mexico would be very easy for our family. And when we looked at the cost for guests, it would be the most affordable as well. So we knew that it would be a very quick commute, or a very quick flight there. And it would be not as expensive for our family, since we are doing a destination wedding. Now, y'all, this is where it got tough. So now we know we're gonna be in Cancun, Mexico. Mexico has so many resorts. Mexico is like the hub for destination weddings, if you ask me. It's the hub. So we were really trying to figure out, okay, we know where we want to go, but what resort? Or what are we doing a resort? Are we doing a villa? Are we doing because there's places that you can rent out that isn't like a resort, but, you know, like a venue in Mexico. Like, what are we doing? So that's when our wedding planner really sat down and helped us. I took a screenshot of some of the resorts that we were looking at. So we were looking at the Royalton. It says Royalton CHIC. This is an adult only resort, so we were not too sure about that. However, we are having an adult only wedding now to this day, but at that time we weren't really sure. We looked at the Royalton Splash. We also looked at Dream Sapphire, and we looked at Finest. And we looked at another resort, which what we ended up choosing. So after researching all of that, we secured our resort that we're gonna have our wedding. Well, no, let me back up. So after looking at all of those different resorts, we finalized on a resort that we wanted. This is where it got crazy, y'all. And when the crazy thing is that in my head, I'm moving so early. Like, we knew we were gonna get married in 2025. We really wanted to give our family time enough to save. We wanted to save. We just graduated college, like literally like 2-3 years, well no, like 3-4 years ago. So we really wanted to make sure we had our things in order. We are traveling, so we want to make sure our family knew and had enough time as well. And yeah, so you know, I'm thinking I'm doing everything so early, everything's gonna be a breeze, right? Wrong. So in 2023, me and my wedding planner, this is where we're going back and forth. So we knew the resort. Now it was picking a date, which I thought was just gonna be easy. So my wedding planner was like, okay, give me your first date that you want, give me your second date, and give me your third date. I'm like, I only have one date in my mind. What do you mean second and third? She was like, you know, sometimes it can be difficult to get your first date. I'm like, really? This early? It's 2023. We're not getting married till 2025. So what do you mean? And she's like, believe it or not, especially the resort that you're choosing is one of the popular ones. So I was like, okay. So the date that I wanted originally, which we did not get, so I don't mind telling you, it was March 15th of 2025. So the reason I chose March is because that is the date, that's when we started dating. We started dating March 1st, and the 15th is when my fiance proposed, July 15th. So I wanted to do March 15th, 2025, which is a Saturday. Booked. It was gone. I said, oh gosh, okay. Huh? Like, I can't lie, I didn't just say okay. I was distraught. I was very sad because I said that date was booked. I was definitely distraught to the point that we were like, maybe we should look at a different resort, but we really liked this resort. So that date was gone. I submitted another date. I don't even remember what date it was at that point. That date was gone. The third date that I submitted, that date was gone. So I was like, okay, wait, we gotta reset. We just have to sit down and reset, because for me, I knew I didn't want a wedding in June or July or August. So I knew I didn't want anything. I knew I wanted our wedding in the top of the year, in the first half of the year. I didn't want a wedding in July, August, or September. June and July is extremely hot. I didn't want to be hot in Mexico, nor did I want to enter into hurricane season. So August, September, October, November, I definitely didn't want those months either because that's risk of rain, hurricane season, that's too much. So I definitely wanted January, February, March, April, May, maybe June. I wanted that first half of the year. So after a lot of consideration, after going back and forth with the wedding coordinator in Mexico, my wedding planner, we finally secured a date. It wasn't a date that I had in mind. I definitely thought my wedding was going to be on a Saturday. However, it is on a Friday. I'll tell you all our date closer to time, but it is around the top of the year on a Friday, which I'm okay with now because it is a beautiful date when I like put the numbers together. But at the time, I was like, I don't know about this. So one thing I will say is have a few dates in mind, because if you would have told me that we wouldn't have got our date with me planning literally like in 2023 for a wedding in 2025, I wouldn't have believed you. So that's something to truly keep in mind. And I see that it actually is common because and we're going to get into that. So and with picking the resorts, well, I saw it was really common after seeing it in the Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of the Facebook groups for destination weddings, destination brides, melanated brides, and I'm seeing that this is actually something that's common. It wasn't only for me, and that is how I actually ended up on the resort that we chose to. I did look up all of the resorts and all of the resorts and all of the reviews in these Facebook groups to kind of see and show my fiance pictures, and was looking at different things, listening to what the brides were saying about the amenities of the resort or the stay. The food was really big. As you know, I am a Black woman. I really want good food. I don't want to travel all the way there and, you know, the food isn't great. So we knew we wanted all inclusive. So there was just a lot of different things that we were looking for. So we were heavily reading those reviews in the group chats in those Facebook groups. So I definitely suggest, number one, even if you're just engaged and thinking about having a destination wedding, go in those group chats and read the reviews. You can literally just type at the top maybe the resort that you're looking for, and you can read those reviews very quickly. And some of them are very detailed, like very detailed, like long, so you can really get an idea of what you're doing. So we did that. So we booked our wedding planner. We looked at our resorts. We finally booked our resort. Let's see. So we booked our date after finally going through everything. Like I said, we got married. We got engaged in July 15th. We booked our wedding planner August 1st. September, we probably would have booked our date in August, but there was so much going on back and forth with not getting a date. So we finally got a date and we booked it in September. To book our date, we did a deposit, and at the time our deposit was $500 to book the date. I don't know if that has changed or if it's different at different resorts, but our deposit was $500. Now, so we got our date. So I guess where we are now, We're kind of in the 9-month range of our wedding, 8th month of our wedding now. So far we've done our engagement photos, and what I really wanted to do was send out everything early. I know that I'm asking my family to travel to Mexico. So the first thing I did was at the top of this year, I let everything, you know, everybody enjoy the holidays. So September of last year, we booked our date. September, October, November, December. I didn't really say anything as in sending anything. If people ask, oh, are you wedding planning? I was like, yeah, I really want to have a wedding in Mexico. Just was talking about it, but not sending anything official. So in February, we took our wedding photo, we took our engagement photos. And in February, I did send out save the dates. I wanted to send out save the dates over a year in advance. My camera died, so I'm gonna hope that I can figure out where we were. But I believe we were talking about just letting our family know. So we booked it in September, the resort. I didn't bother anyone like October, November, December, January. I wanted everyone to like enjoy their holidays. So in February, because I really wanted to give our family more than enough time, over a year's worth of time. So February, me and my fiance took our engagement photos. We just took photos by the beach. Very simple, since we are having a destination wedding. I kind of wanted that vibe of like beach photos in a way. So I just wore a nice white silk dress. I'll maybe post a picture here so that you all can see some. So I'll post some right there. But yeah, so how I sent out to save the dates, I did those digitally. I used two platforms. I used Greenvelope to send out the save the date, and I used Postable to actually get all the information. So with the Greenvelope, it was like a digital evite. It just let them know the save the date, the resort that we're having. Literally that's it. It said the save the date, the resort, and I really think that's it. And then what they were able to do is click that evite and put in their name, last name, if they're going to have a +1, and their address. And that's what I used Postable for. I used Postable to get all of that information. So they knew about our wedding in February, over a year in advance. I just wanted people to know that this is what we're doing. This to you know, give people time to really see if this is something that they wanted to do for the following year. Now, I did a video here on my page as well where I did DIY my own wedding invitations. We sent those out around June. So we sent the save the dates out. We sent the save the dates in February. The actual hard invitation, I did want to, and this is something that I don't know. Well, I'm not getting married again, but if I'm having an event that has like invitations, I don't know if I'll send out paper invitations. I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people really didn't check their mail till like 2 or 3 weeks later after sending them. So I don't know, like I enjoyed doing it. Me and my fiance had quality time with making the invitations because he did help me. But I don't know, I definitely wanted something that was tangible, since people are paying their money to come travel with us. But I just don't know if it was like, I don't know. People, I feel like, don't check the mail like that no more, and our age is so digital that I just don't know. But overall, everyone loved the invitation who actually opened it, looked at it, and everyone opened it and looked at it. But I just don't know if I will go through all of that, because the invitations were kind of costly a little bit. On the invitation, I talk about that all in the DIY, so all in that video. So if you want to know how I did my invitations, I have a whole separate video about that. But I did mail out invitations to all of our guests to say, to invite them. I wanted them to have a tangible invitation. I know a lot of things are now digitally, but I did want to send out a hard, open your mail, open the invitation, which a lot of my close friends really did enjoy it and told me it was beautiful. But it was very time consuming, so yeah. But overall, we have those memories and we created that together. So it was really cool to make those invitations. So we did that. So those are out. People are now, being that we're in that 8th, 9th month range, people are now putting their deposits and starting to book the resort. So that's where we are when it comes to the guests. Now for us, we have booked, like I said, booked our resort, like booked our stay. We've also booked some vendors. So far we have booked our photographer and videographer. And this was something we've had a few quotes, and we had a few calls with a few different teams. We weren't sure if we wanted to fly out videographers and photographers, or if we wanted to use local videographers and photographers in Mexico. I was leaning towards using someone in Mexico, because it was becoming like, if I'm doing this wedding in Mexico, I'm not trying to fly out the whole world to Mexico. If I wanted to have a wedding here, I should have just, like, if I wanted to use all of the vendors here, I should have just had the wedding here, you know what I mean? Because now we're adding more money with flying everyone out. So, and another thing, you all, I was really nervous about equipment, like if something breaks or if something gets left, or, you know, I was really worried about that as well. And customs, I'm hearing a lot about customs when flying things over. So we did have a consultation with a stateside photographer and videographer team, and a few Mexican videographers and photographers. And I actually found the company that we booked with. They are in Mexico, and we've had a few calls with them. Like the first call, it was just, you know, to ask questions, to get a little bit better feel. We went over the contract with our stateside wedding planner. She had some questions that she wanted to know from them. So we had another call, and they are just amazing. I know they're going to do an amazing job. For one, I found them because of, again, the Facebook groups. There was another bride, I believe I don't remember where she lives, but she's here. She's a melanated bride, because I wanted someone who can really take great pictures of women of color like myself. So she's a melanated bride. She had a beautiful wedding at the same resort that I'm at. So I knew that this photography and videography team was familiar with the resort, and that was a plus, because, you know, flying someone over, they don't really know the resort like that, so they have to kind of probably check out the resort and, you know, get a feel of it. These people have already been at the resort, and now, you all, I follow them on Instagram. They're at this resort all the time, so they're gonna know all the great places, and so many brides have used them. So I've been constantly reading reviews as we get closer to our date, and I'll see my videographer and photographer team, and I'll tell you their information closer to time. I don't want to give too much until obviously I use their service to make sure they're good for me before recommending them. I can recommend my wedding planner, because I'm already working with her, but when it comes to who I'm using and vendors and all that, like names, let me get closer to time. I may release it then, or I may release it after my wedding to see how they work for me. But from what I see so far, their work is amazing. And yeah, so many brides have raved about them in the group chat, because now I know their names, and I'm like, oh wait, that's our videographer, that's our photographer, that's our team. So they're not new to this, they're true to this. So and they speak English very well. That was something I wanted to make sure there was no language barrier, and they've worked with so many melanated brides, so that's so exciting. So we did book them, we put our deposit down for them. We also have our DJ. Now for our DJ, we are flying out our DJ, because we just want a certain kind of music played at our wedding. So like for me, you know, well, not even really that much for me, but I do want to, like I said, my fiance is Haitian, so I want that music to be played as well, kind of mixed together, you know, something for the younger crowd, something for the older crowd. A lot of our friends are younger, so I wanted a DJ that is also young and, you know, just know the vibes. Like, we're from South Florida, it's the type of music that we like to listen to here in South Florida, and he's a DJ that not only DJ in South Florida, but he also DJ'd at our in Tallahassee, where we went to college. So, you know, we want to play some of the throwbacks from school, just all of those things. So we are flying him out, and he'll be DJing the wedding and DJing like the welcome party and all of that stuff, so we can have the tunes and have the vibes. We thought that that was worth it, because at the end of the day, a wedding is made, I would say, with really good food and music. That's just anything. I feel like people will, you know, you want to have people on the dance floor, you want to have people having a good time, dancing, having fun, and you want to make sure everybody eat good. So that's what we have done. And like I said, we have a lot to do. I will be going dress shopping literally this month, like in a week or so, because that was the main thing that I really need to get a hold on to that. That's the only thing I feel like I'm a little behind on, is getting my dress shopping together. Now, and the reason I'm a little behind on it, because I did do a bachelorette party or a bachelorette trip, and you will see a video about that very, very soon. I wanted to do my bachelorette in the summer months this year, because like I said, I get married at the top of the year next year, and I didn't want to have a trip right before everybody travels already, because we did travel for the bachelorette. So we did a cruise. It was called Last Sail Before the Veil, and we went with Royal Caribbean. And you all, it was supposed to be a whole thing. Before, first the cruise was supposed to go to Labadee, Haiti, and I was like, oh, this is such a vibe, you know, I'm going to Haiti. Like I said, my fiance is Haitian, so it was just like a whole little vibe. But as you know, there's a lot going on in Haiti right now, so they didn't take us there. We went to Coco Cay, Bahamas, which was okay, but I've been to the Bahamas so many times, so I was like, dang, I would have loved to go to Haiti, but it's all good. We're gonna get there one day. But that video will be coming out really, really soon. So I just did my bachelorette. I call it the bride tribe trip, because I'm actually not having a wedding party. I didn't want to put that stress on my friends, being that I am asking them to travel to Mexico. I don't want them to have to feel like they have to travel with the bridesmaid's dress, or, you know, just more expenses. As you know, if you have a wedding party, those are expenses that those people have to pay. They're already paying to come. I just want everybody to come and have a good time. So it's like a bride tribe with my close friends, and I just showered them and told them thank you, and we just had a really good trip. So you all will see that video very, very soon. But so far, that is what we have done. Like I said, we are in the 8 to 9 month range. I actually have a call with my wedding planner scheduled for the end of this month. No, we said we're doing it in October. This is going to be a really, really big call, because she said we're really going to go through like the ins and outs. If you know, with the destination wedding, there's packages. So you're doing you get a package, and then you go through your package, or you see what you want to add to your package or take out of your package, or upgrading your package. So we'll be having that call. I'm really, really excited for that, to really get down and get more into the details of things. Another vendors that I'm really looking into right now is hair and makeup. So I'm working, like, as we speak, looking at different reviews and looking at the reviews on the Facebook groups and all of that stuff. So I will be back with another video of an update. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section below. I am happy to help, because I'm literally learning this stuff from people who have helped in the group chats, or the few videos that are out there, and stuff from my wedding planner, because she has also done so many destination weddings. That's another reason why I went with her. She's not just a stateside wedding planner, but she's done so many destination weddings. Like I said, I met her because of another bride who had a destination wedding, and when I went on her page, she's done so many in Jamaica and Mexico and Dominican Republic. Like, she's done a lot. So she's very she knows what she's doing. So yeah, you all, that's what's going on outside of everything else that's going on in my life. We are doing that. I'll take you all when we're going to look at some dresses, because that's like literally so soon. You'll be seeing the bachelorette trip, and we had a great time with that. And until next time, until more wedding planning, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.